Another big finding of the survey that we were able to document, especially as it's embodied in the kind of millennial generation, is what we're calling the decoupling of attitudes on abortion and same-sex marriage. That is, the millennials approach these issues very differently. Here's just one kind of snapshot in here, and the main thing here, you can actually see quite quickly just the different shape of the distribution. Right, these are generational cohorts along the bottom. So the millennial generation is on the far left. The seniors are on the far right of each of these things. And if you look on the left, this is support for same-sex marriage. And this is from I should just note, this is from a three-part question. So it asks about same-sex marriage, civil unions, or no legal recognition. And so we have just the same-sex marriage support up here. There's another wedge up there above civil unions. But just for simplicity's sake and to demonstrate the gap here, so 57% of millennials say they support same-sex marriage compared to only 26% of seniors, and it's just really a linear slope here. You can just see the generational stair-stepping down on support for same-sex marriage. If you look at support for abortion, right, there aren't that many generational differences. This line, this kind of slope is fairly flat, and that's actually part of millennials really embodying two different approaches to these issues. So despite, there's 6 in 10 support, but that's not really much different than their parents. It really is only different from the oldest Americans 65 and over. Just to kind of accentuate, to put an accent on this point, if we look at those who view different behaviors as morally wrong, we see exactly the same pattern. On the left, these are again generational cohorts, millennials on the left, the older Americans on the right. Sex between adults of the same gender being morally wrong. Only 41% of millennials say that sex between adults of the same gender is morally wrong. 7 in 10 seniors say sex between adults of the same gender is morally wrong. Again, having an abortion, morally wrong. The millennial generation is really a little more divided on that question, but not much, right? I mean, it looks really pretty close to the other generational things. And so this is at least part of the story here, is that millennials have, very similar kind of moral, they're divided on the morality of abortion in a way that they're not on the issue of same-sex marriage.